Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. What you are about to hear may sound unbelievable, but the situation unfolding across the Middle East tonight is extremely serious and rapidly changing. Reports are coming in that Iran has launched a large-scale missile response, and this time the targets are not limited to one location. According to early updates, strikes have been reported in Israel, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Abu Dhabi, and across several parts of the Gulf region. There are also claims that facilities linked to the United States Navy in the region have been targeted. Missiles are said to be continuing, and the scale of destruction being described by various media sources is massive. However, we must clearly state that many details are still developing, and official confirmations are limited at this time. Iran had previously warned that if it was attacked, it would respond strongly. Now the situation appears to have escalated very quickly. Military aircraft reportedly took off from multiple regional bases earlier, and shortly after that, waves of missile launches were detected. The current reports suggest that several U.S. military installations in Abu Dhabi, Kuwait, Qatar, and Bahrain have faced attacks. At the same time, Israeli jets are reported to be flying in Iranian airspace, while Iranian missiles have also struck inside Israel. There are claims of heavy damage in different cities, though independent verification is still ongoing. One of the most dramatic moments was captured during a live television broadcast from Doha. A female anchor was reporting when emergency sirens suddenly began sounding on her mobile device. She showed the alert live on air, indicating that residents should immediately move to shelters because missile threats were incoming. This moment highlighted how real and urgent the crisis has become. Shortly after, reports confirmed that Doha had also experienced alerts and possible strike attempts. Airspaces over Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain were reportedly closed as a precaution, affecting both military and civilian aviation. The situation in Israel is also being described as extremely tense. Multiple missiles were launched, and while some were intercepted by defense systems, others reportedly reached their targets. Explosions were seen in different areas, and emergency services were deployed. The intensity of the exchange has surprised many observers because the scale appears larger than previous confrontations. At the same time, Iranian cities have also faced strikes. There are reports of buildings damaged inside Iran, but information about leadership casualties remains unconfirmed. Neither side has officially confirmed high-level losses. One of the most surprising aspects of this escalation is the claim that certain advanced defense systems did not intercept all incoming missiles. Analysts are questioning whether the sheer volume of launches overwhelmed defensive shields. According to some sources, this was only the first wave of attacks. There are concerns that additional waves could follow, possibly targeting naval fleets or other strategic assets. This possibility has increased anxiety across the region. China and Russia have not officially entered the conflict, but observers note that diplomatic channels have been active. There are claims that technical systems inside Iran were not disabled despite earlier strikes. If true, this suggests that Iran's command and control systems remained operational. At the same time, U.S. and Israeli aircraft continued to conduct operations over parts of Iraq and near Iranian borders. Kuwait has also reported alerts and precautionary measures. Governments across the Gulf have instructed residents to remain indoors and move to shelters if necessary. Emergency messages have been sent to citizens, warning them not to go outside unless absolutely required. The level of tension is extremely high. Airports across the Middle East are experiencing massive disruptions. Flights have been diverted toward Europe, South Asia, and East Asia. Airlines are avoiding regional airspace entirely because of the unpredictable missile trajectories. Passengers currently in the air are facing uncertainty. Pilots are rerouting aircraft rapidly to avoid danger zones. Some flights that were heading to Gulf destinations are now being redirected to India, China, or European cities. Aviation tracking services show aircraft making sudden
often turns mid-route. The humanitarian concern is growing as millions of expatriates live in Gulf countries. Many of them have never experienced war conditions in this region before. There are also discussions about possible attacks on naval fleets if the conflict continues. Some reports suggest that aircraft carriers could become targets in a future wave, although this remains speculative. Israeli air operations inside Iran are ongoing, according to regional media. There are unverified claims about leadership casualties in Iran, but neither Tehran nor Tel Aviv has confirmed such reports. Communication with top officials appears limited, which is adding to speculation. According to defense analysts, when Iran was struck earlier, its internal systems did not collapse as some had predicted. This time, command structures reportedly continued functioning. Meanwhile, Israeli defense forces intercepted several missiles, but not all. Both sides appear to be using layered air defense systems, but no system is perfect when faced with heavy barrages. The broader concern now is regional expansion. Iran has reportedly stated that any country assisting attacks against it could face consequences. Gulf nations are urgently requesting de-escalation. They fear that continued confrontation will bring severe economic and humanitarian damage. Oil markets are reacting sharply, and global investors are watching every development. At this moment, it appears that the initial wave was meant as a strong message. The question now is whether further escalation will follow, or whether diplomatic efforts can calm the situation. The coming hours are critical. Military analysts say that if another large-scale strike occurs from either side, the conflict could widen dramatically. Civilian populations across multiple countries are on alert. Emergency services remain fully mobilized. It is important to emphasize that much of the information is still developing. Social media is flooded with unverified videos and dramatic claims. Viewers should rely on confirmed sources and avoid spreading panic. War situations are often filled with misinformation, and responsible reporting is essential. Across the region, people are praying for safety and stability. Families are contacting loved ones. Governments are coordinating behind the scenes. The international community is urging restraint. Whether this remains a limited exchange or grows into a broader regional war depends on decisions being made right now. This is Kundi bringing you this detailed and carefully monitored update on Pulse America News. We will continue to provide balanced and responsible coverage as facts become clearer. Like this video, share it responsibly, and express your opinion respectfully in the comments section. Stay safe, stay alert, and may peace return to the region soon.
As the night continues, new updates are emerging almost every minute. Military analysts are carefully studying radar data, satellite imagery, and official briefings to understand the real scale of what has happened. While early reports described massive destruction, experts are now urging caution and saying that battle damage assessments take time. In fast-moving situations like this, numbers can be exaggerated in the first few hours. What is confirmed is that missile launches were detected from multiple locations, and air defense systems across several countries were activated simultaneously. This level of coordination suggests that both sides were prepared for escalation. In several Gulf capitals, civil defense authorities have announced emergency protocols. Schools and public offices may remain closed until further notice. Hospitals have moved into high alert mode, ensuring that trauma units are ready. Large shopping centers and crowded public areas have reduced operations as a precaution. Governments are also monitoring cybersecurity systems because during conflicts, digital infrastructure can become a target. Banking networks, energy grids, and communication lines are under close watch. Inside Israel, residents in multiple cities were instructed to move into protected shelters as sirens sounded repeatedly. The Iron Dome and other layered defense systems intercepted many incoming projectiles, but reports indicate that some missiles bypassed interception. Fire crews were seen responding to blazes in urban zones. At the same time, Iranian state media reported that several of their own cities experienced air raids. Explosions were heard in different provinces, and emergency responders were deployed quickly. Both sides are claiming defensive success, but independent confirmation remains limited.
There are growing fears about the economic consequences. The Gulf region is central to global energy supply. Even a short disruption can cause oil prices to spike sharply. Shipping lanes are also being monitored, especially near strategic waterways. Insurance costs for cargo vessels may increase if tensions continue. Financial markets in Asia and Europe reacted immediately, with volatility rising as investors responded to the news. Diplomatic channels are extremely active behind the scenes. International organizations are calling for immediate de-escalation and restraint. Neighboring countries are offering mediation. Leaders from major powers are reportedly holding urgent consultations. The main objective appears to be preventing a wider regional war that could draw in additional nations. History has shown that once escalation passes a certain point, it becomes very difficult to control. Another serious concern is the safety of foreign workers across the Gulf. Millions of expatriates live and work in these countries. Many are contacting their embassies for guidance. Some governments are preparing contingency evacuation plans in case the security situation worsens. Airlines are reviewing flight schedules hour by hour. Pilots are instructed to avoid restricted airspace, and aviation authorities are coordinating internationally to prevent accidents. There are also reports of strong cyber activity. During modern conflicts, digital attacks often accompany physical strikes. Experts are advising companies and individuals to strengthen cybersecurity and remain alert for phishing attempts or misinformation campaigns. Social media platforms are filled with dramatic footage, but not all of it is verified. Some videos circulating online are from past conflicts and are being shared out of context. Responsible reporting requires patience and verification. Military observers are debating what the next move could be. Some believe this initial exchange was designed to send a clear deterrent message. Others fear that retaliation could continue in cycles, with each side attempting to show strength. The involvement of naval forces is being closely watched. Aircraft carriers and destroyers in nearby waters have reportedly increased readiness levels. However, no official confirmation has been made regarding direct naval engagement at this time. Humanitarian organizations are preparing for possible displacement if the situation escalates further. While no large-scale refugee movement has been confirmed, contingency planning is underway. Aid agencies stress the importance of protecting civilians and maintaining access to essential supplies like food, water, and medicine. Throughout all of this, one reality remains clear. War brings uncertainty, fear, and suffering for ordinary people. Regardless of political positions, the hope across the region is for calm and stability. Every hour without additional escalation increases the chance that diplomacy can succeed. The coming days will determine whether this crisis stabilizes or expands. This is Kundi, continuing our comprehensive and responsible coverage on Pulse America News. We remain committed to presenting updates carefully, without exaggeration, and in line with community guidelines. Please avoid spreading unverified rumors and rely on credible information sources. Share this update thoughtfully, stay informed, and keep safety as the top priority. We will continue monitoring developments and bring you verified information as it becomes available. Stay safe, and may peace prevail.